and here we are for day 8 of my 13 Frights before Halloween, working on this large folio album. Yesterday we cut our cardstock papers and went ahead and scored them for this. What we're doing today, we're going to be creating the pages and adding them into the second 1-inch spine, which I call the one on the right. And I've cut my pattern papers, so we'll give you those again. So let me show you what we've got so far. Of course, the album covered, this section here done, our transparent pocket. It's hard to show, it's way out there. The pages that we did yesterday, they're all in here, and of course our waterfall section and our hidden pages, and then our triple pockets. This is the section we're going to work on today. We're going to get the pages in this 1-inch section right here. And then everything will be in the book except for our decorating and making different elements for that. So move this out of the way. Like I said, we already cut this yesterday, and just check on the cutting list that will be attached. If you missed yesterday, you need 2 sets of these, one for the left 1-inch spine and one for the right 1-inch spine. So I'm just burnishing these. Another bone folder. I'd rather use it so that they bend good, and then we'll get these assembled, and then I'll go over the pattern paper. So you have 2 large ones this size. Maybe I can repeat these for you. I threw my note away. I don't want to take too long. For the 1-inch spine, we had 9 1/4 by 10 1/2. It says in my notes. I hope that's what I cut. Yeah, 10 1/2 by 9 1/4. So I was right on that. So that's what we cut, and then we did a 1/2-inch score on each of these 2, and then we cut 2 that were, well, 2 for today, a total of 4 altogether. There are 2 for each section. I'm sorry if that's confusing. But for today, we have 2 that are 9 1/4 wide by 5 1/4 tall. So, and we scored these just 1/2-inch score on that longest side. Okay, so we get these ready, and then we're going to assemble this. So we start with the bottom one first, which is a large one. And we make sure that our 1/2-inch tab is folded under. This is the same as yesterday, so you may have already gone ahead, and that's just fine, and done yours. So then we take these 1/2 ones, and we're going to put one right on top of the one we just did. So pull off some glue here. Grab your glue and put glue on your 1/2-inch tab that's folded down like that, and you're going to line up the fold of this to the fold of the bottom page. Make sure they're lined up. It's a little tricky sometimes to get them lined up so that they look good. There we go. And it's actually better to go over a little bit this side than to have it hanging off the finished end. So we burnished this, and I didn't, I'm looking to see if I got it lined up on the bottom. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so this black, it's hard to see burnish inside. I'm going to turn this around so I can see what I'm doing on this side. Make sure the hinge of this one's going on the same side. If you flipped it upside down, glue on your 1/2-inch tab, and then we're going to stack this down right on top of this one and line them up. Sure they're nice and straight. Okay, burnish. Open it up and burnish. So that is that one. Now I did get this one off just a little bit, and I am going to, I don't know why, I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to just trim that off a little bit. I've had one cut just a little bit too big, but I want to make sure they're even with the page. So just trimming off, tiny sliver. So that's that page there. Now for this one, remember we've got to cut just the 1/2 inch so that these pages can open up. So I line these up, top and bottom really good. Grab my pencil or pen and make a mark right there. Take my scissors and I cut where that line is. And I'm going to go ahead and cut to each side of that line to kind of give it a little bit of a gap there to make sure that nothing's going to hang when it's flipping. So I just need to kind of cut that out right there. Okay, so now we're going to glue this 1/2 inch tab that we've cut in half, just the tabs. The page is solid. And we're going to put glue on it on the back side of that 1/2 inch tab, and I'm getting glue where I don't need it. Wipe that off, wipe that one off. Thank goodness I covered it with patterned paper. And then we're going to lay this right on top of our page assembly, lining it up all the way around. Okay, burnish. Make sure it's where it needs to be. Right there on that fold line. Open up. Oops, mine moved a little bit, so I'm going to get it back on good. Burnish right here and right here. Okay, so that's good to go. Got that ready to go. Now we're ready for our patterned papers. So I picked out different ones from what I picked out yesterday. For the front and the back, I'm going to use these pumpkins because that matches the pumpkins that are on the triple pocket. So you cut 2 of the same pattern. If that's what you're doing, you cut 4 in total that are 8 5/8 wide by 10 3/8 tall. Ink the edges, and then you need 4 in total for the half pages that are 8 5/8 wide by 5 1/8 tall. So I have those. And then yesterday I went ahead and cut this one at the same time. You need a 3 1/4 inch wide by 10 5/8 tall. So we have that. So let's go ahead and start getting them glued down. I've already inked them. Okay, so I'm going to put this one here on the front. And I did save some of these for the cut apart, so not to panic. And I've got to get my glue going again. It's a daily thing with the glue. Even though I put the pin in, sometimes it just wants to hang up. Okay, there we go. Get it flowing. Work pretty quickly with these big ones. You want to put glue along all 4 edges. And then some in the center. And then smooth and burnish it down really good. So I'm going to line these up. Okay, get it on as straight as you can. Burnish it down really well. Smoothing it out. So that's the front. Flip it over. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the back. Now, of course, you open up your hinge here. You don't want that. You don't put paper over that. And burnish. Make sure you're not going over your fold line of your hinge, especially here on this side. So to make sure it goes like that. We're going to open it up and put pattern paper here, and I'm going to use the pumpkins. I had to think a minute there. Pay attention to your directions. You've got some spiders there hanging down. So put glue here. put this one in. Make sure you're away from the fold line there. Burnish. These papers are beautiful. Beautiful papers. Okay. Open this up. Put one in here. Okay. So I'm trying to think of what question I could ask you today to put in comments. Halloween, we've done the haunted house. Oh, okay, I know one. Do you decorate a lot for Halloween or just the little? Do you decorate your front porch and your living room or your whole house? Me, we don't have trick-or-treaters. We used to really go all out. We used to have them, and we would decorate the whole yard with the big blow-up things and dress in costume and be outside. And we don't do that anymore. So I just decorate the front porch a little bit. I put some hanging lights. I have some tin can cat lights. And I have a jack-o'-lantern and a sign on the door. So I do that. And then I really decorate in the living room. I have lots of lights on the mantle and the big tombstones and ghosts, not ghosts, but skeletons and things like, all that. The pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns. I decorate there a lot. All the furniture on the coffee table stuff. Decorate that a little bit in the dining room and a little bit in the kitchen. I hang some little signs around in there. So that's how I decorate for Halloween. So in your comments, just tell me if you do or do not decorate for Halloween. And if you do, how much detail do you go into and what do you like to do? And then be sure and comment about the project if you like the progress that we're making, and if you're making it or you're not, or whatever in general comments you want to do. So open this up. I'm going to put the two black checks here and bring this all together. So these two half splits here. So we don't have to worry about matching it too terribly much on this type of paper. Kind of make sure you don't go over your fold line. So it's a little hard to see. There we go. Where that split is. And there's the one on the bottom. I like the half page because it just gives, breaks up the pages some. Still can put big pictures on it if you want. And you'll notice I don't have many pockets or anything in here because it is a folio, and I wanted lots of pages so that you could, lots of big pages, so you could get lots of pictures in here. And pockets, can make it thicker. And when we decorate, we're not going to use any thick embellishments like thick flowers or any of that. We don't want any thick stuff in here because it would make it not fit well or lay the way it's supposed to. So don't do that. Let's go ahead and get these lined up. These stripes, the way I cut it, it should line up okay. It's kind of hard here with the black on the ends. That's there. And then the last one. Yeah, see, they line up pretty good the way I cut it because I just cut it in half. Cut the width and then I cut the height. And this stripe goes really good with these pumpkins. Okay, lined up, burnished, and there's the page set. So this is pretty simple today again. And that's okay. So now let's grab the album and open it up. Just open it with front, half back once. Put this open so we can get to this second 1-inch section here, which I call the one on the right. And again, we're going to put the pages in so they line up towards the front here. We could have flipped it and put them this way. Let me look and see. No, we're going to do it this way. It just flows better. So get your 1/2-inch tab and put the glue on it. And we're going to line this up Make sure we're not into our fold lines, but we want our pages straight. So I'm going to stand up and look. Bring this up a little bit here. Just kind of center it nice and straight. Bring that glue up. Got a lot of glue out there. Wipe that up and then burnish this hinge piece here. And then we're going to cover that section up with the piece I already cut yesterday. Oh, shoot, it didn't attach. Let me redo that. What happened? I had plenty of glue. I guess I let go too soon. Make sure I get it back in where it belongs. Burnish, burnish, burnish. Make sure that glue grabs, because these are a lot of pages. And you want to make sure that they're grabbing in there. Okay, maybe that's better. And you really want to lay it down and burnish it, because that's why it's wanting to pop up. Okay, now we're going to put this piece down here. Just line it up, make sure it's between the fold lines where you fold everything up. Burnish it in. And that finishes that off pretty nicely there. So there's those pages in there. That's for today. This is day 8. We just did our 1-inch spine section. So tomorrow, as I said earlier yesterday, we will work on the slider piece that goes right here tomorrow. So I'm going to fold this up and think about a little bonus project. Thanks. See you tomorrow. For today's bonus project, I am going to attempt to make a very quick little paper bag mini album. For something, maybe if you need something really, really quick, I hope I can do it in 30 minutes or less. We're going to see. We're going to give it a good shot. So I had in my stash a pack of 12 Recollections, that's from Michael's, paper bags. And the size of these are, and I picked out 2 of each, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 bags here. And their sizes are, so you can use any size bag. And I like that these have the pattern paper, patterns on them. So I don't have to add pattern paper to this. 4 1/4 wide by, counting the rounded part, 6 1/2 or so. So about a 6-inch solid piece, but I'm going to leave all that on there. I'm not cutting anything off. So they probably still have these. I do not know how long I've had these. I keep stuff in my stash for quite a while. So let me see. We're going to put together. So I arranged them like this: the chevron, the dots, the stripe, and then a stripe again, the dots, and a chevron, because I want the same ones on the front and the back. Okay. Now I'm going to take each bag and I'm going to fold it about 1 inch and burnish. Okay, so this is where I hope to put them together. About 1 inch. So I'm going to make sure I'm doing them the same. Now maybe we should do that on our scoreboard to make them all the same. I'm trying to hurry here and I don't want to mess up. So yeah, that's about 1 inch. Oh, it's just 1/8 of an inch short. So I'm going to go ahead and score that again. And then hopefully fold it where the score line is. Okay, that's good. Let's burnish that. So that gives me the inch on the front one. So let's do all those real quickly. 1 inch score line on the closed end of the bag. Let me get my bags. The race is on because I'm trying to get these done real quick. The purpose of these bonus projects is to give little quick projects that you can do for Halloween. Okay, so we got that done. Put that up. The bags are the cover, the bags are the pages. So flip this over because this is the one on the front. So this is the one I've already folded. So that's my cover. And I'm going to reverse it. Why? Because I want to. Actually, it's because I want, if this is the cover, I don't want the opening, this gap here. I mean, I want it smooth all the way across. So that's the front. This one we can do fold under. Fold under this way. So it's putting these little pocket spaces all on the same side of the pages. Fold under this way. That's right. These are cute. I like the little patterns on these. Now let me see. This one I want to fold it so that, yeah, that's the outside. Okay, now let's put them together. It's going to go like that. These are all like that. So I'm going to take my first one and I'm going to put glue on this little 1-inch section here that's folded. Glue will hold. And then the finished part of this one, I'm going to just line it up. Hey, I'm making this up as I go. Okay. So we will see what happens. More glue on this little folded flap. The next page. So this is just a flat little album, but you could, probably stick some little treats maybe inside the little pockets. I don't know. Sometimes I just like to play with things and see what happens. Okay, this goes here, lining them up. And remember, bags can be imperfect, so don't worry about that too terribly much. Okay. Now I have here several sheets of 8.5 by 11 craft cardstock, also probably picked up at Michael's. Now the last one is going to go like this. So it's the fold to the fold. And we're going to see how this is working. Oops, we're straight. That one's kind of crooked. Okay. Burnish them good. Make sure they're dry. Let them dry for a few minutes, okay? So that's the little album cover and pages. So we open them up, and then we're going to stick together. They should open like that. Yeah, they're kind of sticking together a little bit. So separate them. I didn't want that to stick. So do that pretty quickly after you've glued them together. Otherwise, they might stick. So we've got them all separated. Now this one's kind of funky. It does like that. So I'm going to seal the end of this one, or I can completely seal it up, but I'm just going to seal the end right here on the edge. Okay. So get that sealed. So that one lays flat. Let's check the one on the front here. How did that do? So that one's okay. All right. So there's our pages. So now I'm ready to do some decorating. Okay. So I have this box of miscellaneous stuff I've had in my stash, I think forever. A lot of them are October afternoon. There's some really, really cute images here. So like, I like the witch, and I'm going to put her right here on the front. And other elements too. I'm not totally just done with just that. I mean, we got to cute it up, right? So we'll put that there. And then open this up. Finished size here is, what did I say this was? 4-inch, about 5 1/4. So if we cut say 3.5 by 4.5. 3.5 by 4.5 pieces of this 4.5 by 3.5 cardstock. I'm going to just cut several pieces right now. 4.5 by 3.5. These are like little photo mats for right now. 3.5. 2. 4.5. 3.5. Okay, I've got 4 now. So let's use those first. See what we're doing in our pages first. So that was 2 sheets of cardstock. So like open up this inside, and I'm just going to put one here. Nothing fancy. I'm just leaving them square. You can get into it and, you know, do decorative punch corners if you want. So I'll put this one here. I'm going to open my page up. I'm going to put one on each, maybe. Furnish those down. Those little bags are kind of slick, kind of waxy maybe. And I'm going to put one here. These are like photo mats, but I'm also going to add some of this decorating. And you can put as many of these, you know, as you wanted. You can put more on the opposite page if you wanted to. Of course, I may cut some that will fit inside the pockets too. Let's see. Okay, so there's that one. Looks like I will need one more if I want one for the last page or section, inside cover. Open that up. I just want to stick. Don't do that to me. Okay. One more. What was that? 3.5 by 4.5, right? 3.5. Just gonna cut that one first. 3.5 by 4.5. Okay. Now let me do that one down right there. Okay. Moving on. Okay. And this will make it a little bit stiffer, I think, in there. Okay. So let's go back to the front cover. And I want to see my different things that I've got. I've got some, oh, I like that cat. We'll use him on another page. Tricks and Treats. October 31st. I'll put that one right there. Kind of decorate that up a little more on our cover. Let's open this up. And here, I like the jack-o'-lantern. He's kind of tall, but maybe if I turn him, make him look like he's dancing there. I've had these forever, and I want to use them in a project, and I thought, well, this might be the perfect time to use these guys. I'm going to make him kind of dancing. Got this cat. I really like the cat. I'm going to put the cat down here, and I'm just going to glue the top part of its, you know, the bottom of its feet and its legs here, so that a photo can be slipped underneath it. There. And grab my towel to wipe up some glue, because we don't want it all gluing together. What else we got? Have a bewitching hour. I like that. Now I'm doing it real fast. I'm not even thinking a whole lot about all this. I'm just getting it in here. Some of these are from different elements. Some are from, I know, October Afternoon, and some are different. So then I'll pull this one here. And let's see, we got Tricks and Treats. So just go to your Halloween stash and see what you've got. Pick you up some of these little bags if you don't have any. And like I said, they can be different sizes. They don't have to be exactly what I use. You just adjust it to what you have. All this stuff. Oh, I don't know what they came from. Like that. And just glue the top part a little bit, so photo can just slip underneath there. Have this fun silver spider web I'm going to put on. Trying to get glue on each tip. It's too much to try to do the whole thing. So I just want enough to hold it. Okay, and I'm going to put it right here on this page. Maybe I'll find a cut apart of a spider. We shall see. I don't know what's in my box. So this one's got this crow. He's real cool looking. Crow on a circle here. Put that right there. Sounds crooked. That's okay. That's what happens when you hurry. Let's see what else we got. We got some. So now this is cute, like a spook bingo card in there. Put that in there like that, and maybe even leave it kind of sticking out some. So I may put an extension on that. Yeah, let's see. This piece here. I want it to stick out that much. Okay, I'm going to glue it right there, and then I'm going to trim it down. So this is an extension piece I already cut out. Oops, let's line it up there. Then I only have to cut one side. But it would help if it's all lined up properly. There we go. Now I'm going to just take my scissors. I'm just going to cut this 1/4 inch off there. I'm going to round the bottom corners. As soon as I find my corner rounder, I'm going to use the 3/8 one. I can't find my other one just yet. Whoops. I did clean up my area. Maybe I cleaned it up too good. Here we go. 3/8 right here. Round that. So this is going to just kind of stick out right there like that. See? I like that. And let's see what else we've got in here. We got another October 31st. I'm going to put that. I'm just going to glue on the banner piece so a photo can be stuck up under there. Right there. This side. Lots of cards and things. Skeleton. He's kind of big. We may have to make him stick out somewhere. Oh, I like that. So, from his shoulders down, and not on his, that side where a picture could go. So I'm going to leave this open, no glue. From his shoulders down. We'll do this, so he's going to be sticking out of the book like that. Okay. Terrific. Just along the bottom. These are some fun pieces. Okay, right here, terrific. Put that. Okay. We got best witches for a happy Halloween. We've got Bugs and Hisses to You, All Hallows Eve. Let's put that one right there. Wonder how much time I've used already. The race is on. I like that. I'm going to just tack that into there. So I'm not necessarily using all my pages for photos. You can just decorate it if you want. First place scariest. Oh, we're running out of pages. First place scariest costume. I'm going to put that right there. I'm just going to tack it on the very tip top here. So a photo can go on there. I'm just making sure I've got stuff on every page so far, and then go back through and add in. Okay, this one doesn't have anything yet. And on the back, I'm going to put frightful, just like a label on the back. Okay. Now, do I have any other things, bugs, that we can stick out of the end? See how we like that? I like the spooky there. May just use the spooky. Something I've cut off. It's a scrap of something. Let's see here. That adds to it. That's something that I had probably die cut out and didn't use. I cut that off and didn't use on another project. So I'm using any scrap that I can find that would just give some depth and detail to anything like this. We've got happy haunting. Okay. Haven't found a spider. That kind of goes with that. It's just a little, maybe I didn't cut that out. I don't know. Maybe it came as a part of something else. I'm going to fit that in right there. It says tricks and treats. Too pretty, candy corn, maybe. Too pretty. Boo. I don't know. Yes, best witches for happy Halloween. No. Well, you got a spider web. See how that's cut? So that's that's October afternoon. I guess it was already cut that way. Just seeing if I had a place to stick it. Yes, right there. So glue on the back of it. So I can tell it's October afternoon by the pattern on the front, pretty much. So this is going to tuck in kind of behind the photo frame, or the photo mat. Got that off. That's cute like that. Let's see. We've got an arrow. The Boo Crew. Just on the bottom. No. So creepy Halloween night. That's kind of cute. Beware, trick or treat. Be very afraid. So bewitching, maybe. Spectacular, relay it there just in case. Frightfully delightful, that. There's the word boo, maybe. Be haunting. Lots of cute things. I can make several albums eventually. This goes to something else. Hocus Pocus. On this side, no spider except for this guy. He's not going to work. Keep looking. So I could put him, unless he came out. So we'll lay that aside and think. What these? No. Bone chilling. Cards. No. There were spiders on that. Didn't like this witch. Put her on the back. She's kind of big. I'm gonna save her for another day. Spiders, maybe. There's a big silver spider. No, not him. Okay, some pretty things in here. You're invited to a spook party. That's cute. Okay, so those are the nose. Open if you dare. Okay, I'm going to use that. I'm going to add some black button string. Or, as if you order it, it's called jute burlap string or something like that. Thread that through. Tie a knot and then maybe tie a bow. Time is ticking. Time is ticking. I feel like I'm at the races. Okay. Tie it. Let's tie the ends in a knot. Finish it off. Snip that. Okay, make sure you glue that knot because they will come loose in your bow. So we could add something in between there. My little tray of stuff. And I may use a plastic spider. I was wanting something. Yep. Yeah, I've already got one with the back cut off. They're rings. And then I've got this other little spider I like. Button. I've cut the back off of him. What we got? Yes, this little green button because the witch's face is green. Put that right there. And I'm going to glue this right here on the back. Glue right here on the back. Just like this, and let this dry. Decorate like that. Probably should put the string in that button, but I'm going to leave it like that. So, okay, I'm going to let that dry for just a few seconds while I look at more stuff. So I paused the camera just a bit because I used some crystal glaze to attach my plastic spider. He's pretty flat, and he's not going to affect too terribly much the overall thickness of this little album. So I like how that turned out. Don't know if I did anything else while I was, well, yeah, I did. I found this in my other tray here, Halloween tray stuff. And I think this is a Heidi Swap. It's from a stash, and I like how it looks right there, but I want it raised. So I put foam dots. I don't normally use foam dots because they will come loose, but I think for this they'll be okay. And I doubled them. I wanted 2 thicknesses of it. I normally use chipboard, but I didn't want to take the time to go get it. So I'm going to attach this about right, whoops, here to give some dimension to my project. I don't want to cover up the word there. There we go. Like that. So that's there. Now, and I did, while this was drying, I did pull the button off before it dried and thread some black thread through it so that it looks, because it bugged me. So it's a button. It's got to have some thread through it. So that's where I'm at right now. I haven't done anything else. I did cut 3.5 by 5.5 inch pieces of the cardstock. I rounded the 2 corners and then I stub punched the ends. So I did do more than that. And I've decided to put the spooky here in the first pocket. So it's like part of the cover sticking out. And I think I'll probably add something on the back of that, like I'm going to cut. I want it solid craft, so I'm going to cut a piece that's 6 1/4 by 3 1/4. So let me cut that right quick. 6 1/4 by 3 1/4. 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay, got that cut. And it's rounded on both ends. So I'm going to go ahead and round this piece too. I just want to finish it off. Here, did it punch good? Let me kind of clean that up just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over and I'll take my glue. I'm going to glue this on the back so it's all one craft piece. I think I would like that better. But anyway, you pretty much get the idea of how to make a little gift bag album. Just kind of make that like that. Okay. And then that sticks into this first bag. Creates that pocket. So I like that. Ooh, I don't have any place to put that. I don't think so. I like that. We can slide a picture under there. Added that on there. So I need to attach, slide one of these in. Put the rounded end first and then let the stub punch stick out at the end. Whoops. Trying to get it all the way in. And they stick out some. There we go. Okay. And then this one says Trick or Treats, and we could put a small picture there. The Boo Crew and the Witch. So bewitching. I'm going to tie a little string in that. I like that. It's like a little tag. So bewitching. I just like to add odds and lots of odds and end things on a Halloween project. Oops. Tighten a knot. Tighten the bow real quick. You know what? I'm just going to tie it in one of those tag-like things, and I'll use the extra string on something else if I need it. So I'm just going to tie a knot and then cut. So it's no bow, it's just a tag. And I don't care if that one sticks out, so I'm just going to glue at the very top edge and on that circle there, so that I can slip a picture, little one under here if I want to. That off. Got the witch, so let's stick one of these in there. Okay. And then we have the spider here. Now I can put some sayings here. Spooktacular, like that. I'm going to glue all the way across on it because there's not going to, no picture will fit on this. So I'm going to do like this, kind of offset it. Spooktacular. And I like the boo. I'm going to put that on there. Just layer things up. Have fun with it. Don't worry about spacing things out. Just let them overlap. It really adds to the look of everything when you do that. Okay, like that. Spectacular and boo. Like this. So let's put a card in this one. October 31st, we can put a photo under this, like this. So I wonder, one of these little cards, if we want to put one of these in there, it would be a scaredy cat. She's kind of cute for that. But she works. So I'm just going to stick that under there. We have the skeleton. Another card goes in this pocket. And then you cast a spell on me. And this one doesn't have any decorating yet. So let's do something for this one. Go ahead and stick the card in the pocket. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of those. And then this one was the long one. Let's open this back up and finish this. I was going to use this boo. Does that look funny like that? Yeah, if it was going the other way, it would work. So it's not. I still don't know if I want her under there. I'm just going to leave that out. I'm going to have to find something else. She's just too cute for this one. Some things you don't want super cute. There's a bat. Ooh, he's kind of cute there. Scoot him over. Yeah, I'm going to glue him in there. I like him. I'm just going to glue his ears, top of his wings, and I'm going to slide him underneath this. Get him in as far as I can. Oops. There we go. So you can still stick something up underneath there if you want to. Let me get back to this last one that I want to finish. Halloween night, I want that on there, just on the bottom. Put it right there. Put it up. And we have this Hocus Pocus banner. Is that too much? I don't want the happy haunting. Halloween night, I'm going to put the candy corn right there on it. Just because. There. Hocus Pocus. We'll save Hocus Pocus for something else. So that's there, and I was thinking about putting some caution tape maybe right in there. Let's see how much I want. I love this caution. I've had this washi tape for several years now, and I use it a lot. Right into that one. So now I'm going to pull it up and put glue on it because I want to make sure it stays. Kind of all along, especially on the ends, because that's where she peels up. And then we just take it, and I get all messy with glue. That's okay. And I'm gonna put it under there. There we go. Caution. Okay, so that finishes this bonus project. I don't know how long it took me. Hope not very long. Let me run through it real quick with you. And again, it's made out of little gift bags and all your leftover Halloween bits and pieces. Got the cover here. The tag, open if you dare. Caution, October 31st. This pulls out. And you can put a saying here if you wanted to. I could do that. Haunting. I like that. I'm going to put that on the back. So I wasn't done. Just on the top, so I can take a photo up underneath it. And put it right here. And where is my ink? Because that white's showing, so I'm going to ink it right here on the edges to kind of finish this out. Okay, that just kind of finishes it and makes it all nice and spooky inked up. There's an opening down there. don't think I had anything I wanted to sing or something. Thank you. That's kind of weird. I had thank you. I guess if you're doing a Halloween, I'm gonna put that right there just to finish that bottom piece up. Now I should be done now. So put this back in so you can see it from the front of the book, just like that. So we have the Scarecrow, Happy Hunting. Whoops, it didn't stick down, did it? Oh, I know it didn't stick down because I want to put something under it. There we go. Happy Bewitching Halloween, first place. Scariest costume. We have a tag in here. Trick and treats, so bewitching. We have the witch, the Boo Crew, another tag. The spider in the web, the Boo, the spectacular, happy haunting trick or treats. Another tag. October 31st with the spooky bat. Which got some glue on here, so I'll wipe that off. Okay, there we go. Skeleton, terrific. The back of the skeleton, he's too white, so grab my ink and just ink that white part there. Kind of give it some pretty yellow. And you know, if you wanted to ink your bags, you could. So I like that better with them inked. All Hallows Eve, Halloween night, another tag, Frightful on the back. That's it. That's my bonus project for today. Thank you so much. Check back with me tomorrow for another Fright Before Halloween as we continue working on the very large Halloween Folio album. And hope you're having a frightfully good time. Thanks. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.